day. I'm not even ready. Forgot to take y'all out the case. I wasn't ready. I so was not ready. Trying to get up here. Hopefully y'all 4th of July was better than mine. Way better than mine. Mine sucked a little bit. I got this little dip that I made. Oh, shoot, I'm gonna get a copyright. Every time I'm on here, I'm eating some dip. So my 4th of July was not the greatest. I did spend some time with my mom a little bit, but it's kind of ruined a little bit by a family member. He talking about Diddy. He said he don't believe none of these accusations for Diddy. What? Okay, Black Balloon, or what? He talking about Diddy go get off. Diddy go get. Cause not when they pray, cause they getting out of trouble. They get out of trouble and then want to pray. Seriously?
Experience with major corporations, like me, my particular experience with Satori, it was
What he finna say?
It was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money from them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million
I thought
a year
Diddy owned Ciroc.
at one point. So when
I
you
thought
see
he
him
owned it.
go to Daily On is when you see him have some issues.
So he was just promoting
And
Ciroc, but he didn't own it.
It gets bad. You know, and these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like, you look, when you go to the spirits businesses, it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and being Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level is very hard for.
I thought Diddy owned Ciroc.
So
he was just promoting.
50 Cent realized what he said at the time. He didn't really seem like he was in that mode of like trying to expose somebody. He seemed pretty honest right there.
He's talking about Diddy is getting caught up because of the alcohol company. The people who own his alcohol.
Now, I want y'all to remember something, which we talked about this before, but this deserves, a circle back around because of the verdict.
He seriously think Diddy go get off. I don't know.
Diddy and Diageo, the London-based spirit company worth billions, they do billions of dollars per year, just like 50 Cent just said. They announced,
I didn't know Diddy and the owner of Ciroc was in a legal battle.
Diageo from Diddy's team for
My first time hearing about it.
was settled. I don't know if they even settled for anything. It was just over, and they were no longer doing business with Diddy. 50 Cent literally told you what happened. He said, don't think a civil case won't turn into a criminal case faster.
Wait a minute.
Because you're making them uncomfortable. He told you exactly.
So you trying to tell me
He went against Diageo.
the people who own Ciroc
probably
are racist?
other reasons.
But you've been sitting here as a black man promoting their product. And I thought Diddy owns Ciroc, but he does not. He's a promoter.
They were allowing him to make $60 million a year.
And now you're beefing with the owners of Ciroc because they're racist. But you've been promoting.
Yet no ownership got. And they said, okay.
So, Diddy, come on now. Diddy got a name. Why didn't you make your own doggone alcohol? You had your own clothing line.
I don't care about any of that. It makes me think about what Kanye said. And this is, nothing to say against people from London or, the UK or whatever. But Kanye, he talked about Paris and he talked about the fashion industry. He said racism is on another level there. And maybe not just the regular person, but people who are in high business places in these other countries. It was like racism is on another level, right? It just made me think about it because that is what, or partially what Diddy was, going after Diageo for. It says Combs and Diageo settled. They withdraw the lawsuit in a case that accused Diageo of racism. This was
What kind of racism? I don't understand.
before Diddy's home.
And
Diddy's home was raided at the end of March.
so Ciroc. Wait a minute.
They settled this lawsuit in January. So obviously.
So the owners of Ciroc are racist.
They got them to settle, do whatever, but they still was going to teach him a lesson. He didn't get arrested until September of 2024. So it says Combs and Diageo have now agreed to resolve all disputes between them. The two parties said in a statement. And now Diageo is the sole owner of Ciroc Vodka and DeLeon Tequila, two brands Combs had promoted in the past.
Yes.
that has no business
Diddy, you was a
relationship with Combs
promoter.
going
You
forward.
used your name to promote
Think
this
about it.
brand. I thought it was your
Combs
brand.
sued
You
Diageo,
should have known
saying the
better than
company
that.
didn't make promised investments in Ciroc
You should
and
have known
held them
better than
and
that.
treated them as inferior urban products. Combs, who signed a deal to promote Ciroc in 2007 and purchased De Leon with Diageo in 2013, said the neglect worsened after Diageo bought two competing tequila brands, Don Julio in 2014 and Casamigos in 2017. Diageo owns more than 200 brands, including Guinness Beer and Tanqueray Gin. Combs, who is black, also accused Diageo of racism. In court filings, Combs and Diageo leadership told him race was one of the reasons it limited distribution
Who
to
is
urban
Diageo?
neighborhoods. So if you think about it, Diddy was worried about them, being racist toward him.
So now we saying,
He's helping them promote
hello, how
it,
you doing?
but at the same time, you're worried about
Wait a minute. So you trying to tell me
bringing distribution
Diddy
into urban neighborhoods.
was
You wanna
promoting
sue your own
Ciroc,
people
which
at the same time.
who was
You trying to make
owned
money off of it.
by
You want your
Diageo,
product to be in these
sued
black
them
neighborhoods
because
so
they're
black people can
racist.
go buy
And now,
the product that you
now
promote.
Diageo, the
And at the
company,
same time,
the
you know
people
that
who
these
own
spirits and what
Ciroc,
alcohol does to people.
stirred up
It
all
possessed
this
by
stuff
spirits
with
that don't
Diddy and got
already
all these lawsuits
copy and
going.
made
So
this
none of
shit
this
up.
is true.
You're turning alcoholics into
Everybody
alcoholics,
lying and making this up on
alcoholic,
Diddy.
and you're putting drinks on every corner. That's a whole other thing to talk about.
Hello, I'm black.
So
Okay.
he's worried about, distribution to urban neighborhoods, not even thinking about his own people.
I'm just trying to understand how they piecing this together. So you mean tell me everybody who had all these allegations against Diddy, all this was fake? It was the people who owned
Just a
Ciroc
couple of months before they announced the settlement.
did all this to him. Is that what we
This
saying
is
now?
why, I'm pretty sure they got with
I'm
Cassie.
confused.
They chalked this up.
So they paid Cassie to say all this stuff. All these people, they paid all them to do all this.
Whatever they needed to.
So
Got Cassie to file the
Diddy
lawsuit, and this is how
won't
it
own
came after.
some vodka.
That's what it started with. Just like you said, some leaders resented
Okay.
him for making
I'm
so
confused
much money
by that
because
one.
he made more than them. Some of the leaders of Diageo. So
Even though we got
since
video
after his money, that is why he lost
of
half
Diddy.
of his
He's
net.
on so many
This was
videos.
from Diageo. It's the biggest deal.
I don't know about this one, y'all. I don't know about this one.
For 70 years,
Sometimes,
every single day,
like my daddy say,
honored veterans with an American tradition.
sometimes you just gonna have to get your heavenly ass whooping. Cause how many times have he told you to stop what you was doing? And you didn't want to. I don't think nobody set Diddy up. He did all that he did for all these years and he been getting away with it. And he should have stopped. And he did not. So here you go.
This is where veterans are celebrated.
I don't think nobody set this man up. And Diddy got a whole name for himself. Why would you be promoting somebody else's alcohol when you could have had your own? You had your own clothing line. I mean, I thought he owned Ciroc, and he don't. You said am I the only one here? Yeah, probably.
Don't take if you or your family had NTC, MEN2, or Fallujah.
Probably.
If you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away. If you get a lump or swelling in your neck and severe stomach pain or
What do you think? You think Diddy was set up?
serious side effects
You think all this is made up?
or severe stomach problems.
Everybody was paid to lie on Diddy. What you think?
Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes.
It's crazy business.
Medicines for you. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes, heart racing at rest, or any mental changes. Depression and thoughts of suicide may occur. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration.
I don't think they paid all these people off. I just don't think so.
I'm lowering my CV.
What about the men? I don't know.
The spirit company.
I don't know.
Think about that, y'all. There was a video out
Wait a minute, they pouring baby oil on people at the courthouse?
Moments filled with support. Baby oil, a key piece in the
Not the black people pouring baby oil on themselves.
The jury acquitted Sean.
Insane what America is. You know, then you had a couple people out there who's like, you know, it's an atrocity. You know, it's crazy that they only found him guilty of these 2 charges that are.
I'm sorry. If he was messing with little girls and children and being abusive to women, he needs to be gone. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your name is. I don't know why we think because somebody famous, they don't need to pay the consequences.
Somebody sent me a text like, "Yo, this nigga puffing and get out, son." Like,
I mean, what?
Very upset. And I never wanted him to do life. You know, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I actually pray to God that the nigga didn't have to do life.
Bye. Have a good day. Be safe.
But
Say your prayers.
if you go back to the beginning of this case, you can just tell like they were never trying to prosecute him. If they wanted to prosecute Diddy, they could have prosecuted Diddy. Like, you don't beat the feds beat themselves. Kind of like the 6ix9ine situation. You know what I'm saying? Where you turn us over a little bit and we'll, you know, still get two in there. And people like, oh, there ain't no paperwork, no paperwork with me still. You know what I'm saying? Like, people keep saying, like, you don't have to sign papers, especially when you a confidential informant. I think
You trying to say Diddy is an informant?
this was more of a CIA operation, more of a federal investigation, a federal operation, one of those alphabet boys. This was a prosecution.
Is he trying to say Diddy is an informant?
The system in New York, especially the feds. If you go to federal cases that have been coming in New York, you just think about if you don't have the money, like if you don't have the money or you're not cooperating.
What he trying to say though?
I feel like, man.
Is he trying to say?
I feel like he's more of an asset out here. He's like a hip hop Jeffrey Epstein.
So
Like, what we gonna do with him in jail? That's why I could never see.
Wait a
him.
minute.
It just didn't feel right.
Wait a minute.
Working for them.
We already know what Jeffrey Epstein did. He had a whole island. So you feel like Diddy is better safe out here making more victims. Really?
Much freedom because somehow it went from $1 billion to $400 million.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you how easy. Let me tell you something. And this, I don't even like to speak like.
And this is why famous people do everything they do and they feel like they gonna get away with it. But don't never forget, one day you gotta pass away and you will be judged for the stuff you do. You're going to be judged for everything. And he don't care about your name. He don't care about how much money you got.
Everybody, it's been going viral that he made a threat to me, and the reason I left the group.
Wow, he actually said Diddy is the black Jeffrey Epstein. So you know he do fucked up shit, and you still want him to be free. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. White, black, I don't care. You supposed to be locked up.
Because it was never about keeping Diddy in jail. It was to scare Diddy to give up that information.
What information?
To scare Diddy and to humble Diddy and ruin his reputation.
What information did he got?
He'll be gone.
So he trying to say he's an informant.
Now remember who you work for. He gonna be back out here. I've been told people
Making more victims.
He's an asset to the CIA or the FBI.
So he trying to say Diddy is an informant. He's an informant.
Somewhere in Israel right now where everybody think he dead. You get what I'm saying? Too much.
What he say?
Too much.
Wait a minute, rewind. What he just say?
That's why Jeffrey Epstein is somewhere in Israel right now where everybody think he dead.
He said Jeffrey Epstein's still alive.
Too much power. Too much information.
So they lied when they said he died in the penitentiary.
You get what I'm saying? Because if you want to prove, first of all.
So basically what he trying to say is Diddy is an informant and he's going to get out.
and was
And
false conditions in the work environment.
according to him, Diddy is a black Jeffrey Epstein. And it's okay that he victimizes people. It's okay that he make more victims. But we need him out here.
Really want a prosecution. At the least, go hear their voice. They don't want. They didn't even.
Y'all have lost your damn minds.
Who could have put him away? They didn't want that to be paraded and barraged around the courtroom.
You done lost your whole mind.
That wasn't an objection.
So you want there to be more
The objection
victims.
was
Just
for whatever
stupid
they came up
ass.
with in that back room. And I'm not knocking them, man, because like I said, it was all for me. It was like, it's kind of, you don't want to see the law system win, but then sometimes you want to see them get they just deserve. Hell no, y'all can't lock that
So,
out.
but you would rather have the black Jeffrey Epstein
What happened to the Justin Bieber?
out here making more victims
Years ago.
than to have him prosecuted for everything that he's done to everybody.
You never even investigated.
How the hell is Diddy an asset out here?
Primary position.
Because he ain't done nothing for the black community but victimize.
You get what I'm saying? They wanted him, they would've
The
got him.
fuck is he talking
He
about?
got 20 years of this, and they only brought up what he went through in a relationship. This turned.
Diddy ain't promoted nothing that was gonna help our community. He ain't created no classes. He ain't created no courses. He ain't helped black women. He ain't helped single mothers. He ain't helped the young black men on the street. Diddy ain't did nothing for our community. But you want him out here creating more victims. And this is why I roll by myself. Because I ain't dumb enough to say no dumb stuff like that. He need to be locked the hell up if he made a lot of victims. If he did everything he did, he's supposed to be locked up.
America's just an illusion, man.
That's if he actually did it.
Anyway, man. And I see all these
That's the dumbest mess I've ever heard of in my life.
Because I can't say freedom that's even had his name associated with children. You get what I'm saying? Even if it's accusations, that's enough for me.
No. Because don't forget,
It seems like
Diddy already got accusations, but you just said Diddy is a black Epstein. He needs to be out here.
you know
He's a better asset out here, creating more victims.
it was a show. You know, he
The
talked about,
fuck? See, Elf, I cannot.
basically
I don't care what
this being a
this
show.
why I roll by myself. Because I don't give a crap who you are, what your name is, how much money you have. You deserve to get locked up if you are victimizing people.
To, Jeffrey Epstein, as far as
People
having-
tend to forget one day you go die, you will be judged for everything you do.
And
We think because you a billionaire,
very important that
you not forget your ass handed to you in the afterlife.
that list from Jeffrey Epstein, they will never
Y'all keep
release it.
hyping these people up. Better humble the hell out of these people if you really care about them. Because they soul on the line, baby. Stop playing.
Thing to Jeffrey Epstein, and as far as the reason why they didn't really go after him to give him time, you know what I'm saying?
Over here in the court with doing hearts and
Jeffrey Epstein thing, we know he not dead. He did not unalive himself in prison. He very well may be in another.
all I know is Diddy is responsible for everything he do. And if he is doing everything they said he is doing, he better straighten his ass up. Because Heavenly Father see everything. There are angels writing down everything you do and say. You can't get away with nothing.
Because they have so
Only you know.
could have took him down for.
Only Heavenly Father knows. Satan knows and Diddy knows the truth.
It's Black alone. And I'm gonna see y'all soon.
I cannot. He really said that.
Yeast. Try this toasted chicken bacon ranch.
He really for real said that.
Warm and comforting, huh? I like my dad. New toasted sandwiches at Jimmy John's. Oh, that's good.
The black Jeffrey Epstein. And Jeffrey Epstein, even if Jeffrey Epstein is alive, he was in the penitentiary. Obviously, he left. He can't show his damn face. So why would you want somebody to be a Jeffrey Epstein? To where now they gotta hide. If he's still alive, that's according to what he said.
This is truly a magical place where dreams do come true.
Passion is the reason why I wake up every morning. My journey is just
That's crazy. Everything he just said didn't make no sense.
I'm in it to win it, baby.
Who even wants to be a Jeffrey Epstein?
Truly a pit bull in a skirt.
Who wants to be that man? Again, that's if he's alive. I don't know.
Modern. That is a grandma skirt, girl. And I love my grandma. But no.
I don't know. All I know is if Diddy did all those things, he needs to go down. I don't care who he is.
Oh my god, this is more stress.
And that's why when our little boys get molested, don't nobody give a shit.
It's a short word. It's only 4 letters.
Our little boys get molested.
All their lawyers
It's a good thing.
care about the next generation of designers.
It's a good thing.
Effortless. You did such a beautiful job. Bravo, my love. Proud of me, baby.
We're in a new home with new rules.
Don't make people tell me what to do.
Bad attitude is a problem.
I want to go home. I love tears. They feed me.
Baby, I cannot.
We need real fire.
What a long commercial. All right, I'm gonna get up off of here. I will return later. I gotta speak to some family. Wait a minute. Peace out.